Okay, so the first question is the same. I mean, what do you think specifically related to Tamil Nadu and Coimbatore? I mean, what is the type of waste management system there, and how is sanitary waste being is on priority, or how is it being managed currently?
See, waste management,
Yeah.
um, in fact, I want to say, way of introduction of our organization,
Yes. Yes.
we
Sure.
started, of course, we are from Tamil Nadu, we didn't know Hindi, we called it Clean India Movement.
Yeah.
We started we conducted a garbage yatra.
Mm-hmm.
The garbage yatra, what happened in 94,
Yeah.
Kashmir to Kanyakumari. That is our Captain Velu and Almitra Patel went on the tour. That is, we organized a vehicle for them to study waste management. So we call it
Hmm.
garbage yatra. And we
Okay.
found to our dismay that everywhere, irrespective of any town, they relocate garbage and they relocate it in water bodies, marshlands and all.
Yeah.
So it shocked us, and in fact, our Captain Velu sent a letter only to Supreme Court. Supreme Court took it as a plaint, and they served notice to all the state governments.
Okay.
Then 96, the judgment was given. So we are part of the waste management history. And
Yes.
2000 MSW rules came. So
Yes.
from there on, I'm also serving in different departments, Tamil Nadu government. I'm there right now, Solid Waste Management Committee and Plastic Pollution Prevention, both committees. And if you ask me, the truth is we are still the electricity light at the end of the tunnel. But we have
Hmm.
hundreds of success stories.
Yeah.
This all done by residents. We form them into Civic Explora.
Yeah.
Wherever the Civic Explora operates, that number also got shrunk because the government brought private operators like Onix and all. So
Mm-hmm.
actually, when Onix came, we were actually at we are introduced zero waste management, source segregation,
Yeah.
and this all went on nicely. But when once Onix came,
Mm.
and our motive, we belong to this country, we belong to Mother Earth, we want to save people. But Onix being, I'm indirectly telling you what are the problems in the waste management.
Yeah. Yeah.
When
Challenges.
the
Huh.
contractors they come, their motive is money. So what they
Mm.
do, in fact, one of the top CEO, the then Mayor Stalin told, he asked Onix to work hand in hand with Exnora, because
Yeah.
we had about 2,000 branches,
Okay.
where Kamal Hassan, Manor, all the leading celebrities were president. Uh,
Hmm.
and they are all very scrupulously segregating waste. Kitchen waste are converting as compost, and they are doing secondary segregation of what you call recyclable waste.
Yeah.
But what happened once Onix came? Onix was not interested in our segregating the waste, because
Yeah.
they were getting money as per tonnage. So
Hmm.
more garbage are cart out. In fact, CEO told us, "You will throw us out of business if you have." Even debris, rubble,
Yeah.
according to this, very harmless and useful waste. You know about debris and rubble. There are 100 uses for it, particularly Madras. Many parts are low-lying area and all.
Hmm.
Even for road laying, it can be used as a first layer debris. But you know what Onix did was, they they were carrying a lot of municipal solid waste. The mayor stopped the vehicle. He found bottom, it was full of three-fourths were debris, and
Hmm.
they covered it with the municipal waste. And because the weighing machine will show more weight, but that means they get more money.
Yeah.
So this is unfortunate. And many people, the street level, they started source segregation. They saw the people collecting on behalf of Onix. The moment they collected, they put it in they mixed it. I mean, then people lost the motivation to. So the very initial stage, there's a very big setback for us, because there is a conflict of interest. Our interest is uh, save water bodies and
Yeah.
hygiene, health, and all. For them, naturally, if a businessman will not, he will be interested to do business. And
Hmm.
ultimately, Onix was on this ground of taking this debris, they were removed, dismissed from service. The mayor did it. Afterwards, other company came, everybody does that. What happened? The first idea I want to tell you is this: sanitary waste management has to be done.
Yeah.
My first suggestion is that Chandrababu Naidu started in Andhra. Actually, Andhra was one compost state. At the time we went there, I told him, give this ownership of handling waste to the respective welfare association, give
Hmm.
them and guide them, And what happened? We tried in many places. We found even Andhra. What happened? Government was giving us money for handling waste, and we are getting additional income by converting waste into wealth. The best idea when you talk about sanitary waste management, not the sanitary, so many components of waste. All waste when and how many retired people with beautiful experience and housewife, educated housewife in India.
Yeah.
Mostly the moment they get married, they go to kitchen. That's all. But the knowledge, all we have so many biologists and all. They all we can use them, zoologists, and we can use all that. So we had a farm called latent, patent, talent. There is a hidden talent. We collected the talent and we found all the talent you need to manage waste as a matter of pollution, all available within the community. That's why we started doing. Then what we did, we started dependence, stop the dependence on the government. To be frank with you, we didn't go that far of sanitary waste management. We called it compostable, recyclable. Unable means we can't do. So these waste all be mixed. But we found our horror, this waste which we gave to the local body, actually in terms of volume, if you look at it, it won't be even 5% of the total waste.
Yeah.
So 90% waste becoming wealth, and the people understood it. Paper went to paper industry. We tied up with the paper industry, and the plastic went for so many other uses. We tied up with the plastic industries, and then kitchen waste. People started home farming. I was the first one to introduce in 1993 vertical terrace farming in my house. I won award and all for that. I converted my 1,000 square feet terrace. I made it to 10,000 square feet without any civil engineering. It's called vertical farming. So what happened? I got almost the yield what 10,000 square feet land will get without any additional cost. I kept pipes, drums, and all one over another, and he gave me enough. At least 10 to 12 days vegetables which I need organically grown by my own. So it's all success stories. So then we started this Residence Welfare Association Civic Explora. So this is the best model because I'll tell you, if you want to achieve even Bhubaneswar, anywhere, residence, what Explora means, Explora means it's a excellent novel, radical. It's extraordinary, new and transformative. So these ideas, everybody has a brain, they have get ideas. Everybody is unique. So these talents are available within the community. They should be given ownership. What happens? They get down two income. One income is what the government pays them for handling. What they give to Onyx, they are given to each. We had about 2,000 Sweek Explora branches. Now we have only 400 because they all got wound up because they thought we are doing this waste management. Onyx has come, why should we do it? So that's how they lost. But Hindu Road, they made a cover story that after freedom struggle is the biggest people's movement. We also united people. So we told for Hindu, Muslim, Christian, each are not enemy. The enemy is globally climate change, locally mosquito, garbage, and all those. So we united people. Very often any people's already will break because of these parochial things. So we united them. We told them this is our common enemy, and we had to join. And we were very good in psychology and sociology. We did it, but very difficult was how to handle the government. The government was never. I would say that because government, there's no permanence. The point is now, for example, one government, another government. IAS officer, no IAS officer stays for 2 or 3 years more. New officer comes, whatever the previous officer did, he will say, it's not my child, so he will start something new. So this is a continuity. Only thing continuous was the residence welfare Explora. So then we ran into problem also the residence welfare Explora because the residual waste, what to do with that? That question all came. Then we started Home Explora. We have more than about 75,000. What Home Explora means, the American said, think globally, act locally. That act locally means whenever you do anything, think of globe because whatever you do may help globe or affect the globe. We said do domestically. Do domestically means do it. So best thing is, if I give you a fruit, jackfruit, you can't eat it. If you slice it to small pieces, you will eat it. So we made it small, workable modules. So Home Explora is a very big success. Unders take pride, and you not only solid waste, not only sanitary waste management, including wastewater. We don't call it wastewater. We call it used water. We call it black water, grey water, white water. White water, 3 color water. All the three, believe it or not, all the three can be put into use. Again, very simple. No investment needed. Nature helps us. So
Yeah.
and this all being practiced. And these are the real. They didn't have even a certificate or degree in the environment, but they're the best practitioners. They know better than any even a doctorate from Harvard University because they are the practitioners. So this model is working well, but in this still gray area, according to me, are the hazardous waste.
Okay.
Hazardous waste, a whole lot what you call sanitary waste,
Yes.
and this also this case, our case included that. Then this hospital waste collection is being done. No fact, no doubt about it's being done as the
Yeah.
pollution control board rules. Many
Hmm.
hospitals do, but we have to go a long way
Yeah.
because when you talk, when you talk about sanitary waste, I do it like large institution like hospitals, then lab and yes, related things lab. The
Hmm.
third is domestic includes flat complex, where flat complex will have more collection of the sanitary waste. So I know I told so much, but I can keep on talking because I'm a
Yeah.
considered to be. But I want to ask you: is
Hmm.
there any place, the three towns,
Yeah.
where this has been successful at least in one residential colony? I want to ask you a question.
Uh, Regarding sanitary waste management.
Yes, yes.
Yeah. So currently we have where I think in Odisha. So it's not. I mean, all the three towns does not have any particular. I mean, for the city level sanitary waste management scheme or anything. But in certain ULBs in Odisha, so they have a statewide standard operational procedures. So through them, they have just started some pilot projects under certain ULBs like Bhubaneswar, Burhanpur, Cuttack. So they have certain areas or municipal wards where they are putting source segregation and collection, and then they each of the ward is mandated to have a material recovery facility, and each material recovery facility is being it has to have an incinerator for particularly the sanitary pads and diapers. So currently they have managed till this, but as we can see, I mean, even we are conducting national level KIS, there is nothing for the other ways. I mean, for tissues, band-aids, soiled cotton, syringes, needles, like this kind of waste still directly goes into the dump site. So there is nothing being done on that
So
sort.
what you can do, we have
Yeah.
some very good people. One railway GM of ICF, now retired, gone to Bhubaneswar.
Uh-huh.
He made ICF a state-of-art
Okay.
institution in India, including waste management. He
Okay.
wanted to do something in Bhubaneswar, and
Okay.
we have a lot of people there. And
Okay.
in fact, we are interested in Bhubaneswar because it's considered to be Odisha is considered to be a backward state. We want to help them, the people there.
Hmm.
We'll give a knowledge that's all. They will see. We have very rich knowledge. So I'll
Yes.
tell you,
Yes.
you have some knowledge.
Yeah.
The people, we have knowledge. All the knowledge to be pooled first, like
Yes.
we pool garbage. But Mother Teresa said, "What you know, uh, I may not know. What I know, you may not. I mean, what you
Yeah.
can do, I cannot do." So like that, joining together, we cannot do many things. But we don't join together. That's the point.
Yeah.
Even
Sure.
like consultancy like you,
Hmm.
grassroots organizations like us, and the
Hmm.
government should all join.
Hmm.
Like how Gandhiji got freedom, how the temple
Hmm.
car, people are all stakeholders should have some clear understanding
Yeah.
and work together. I'm not still having a model including Exnora, but
Hmm.
I want to tell you good news. We
Hmm.
have more than 25, 26 temples. We have zero waste management.
Okay.
It's
Okay.
doing very well, and because the temple we have formed a temple Exnora, but there
Sure.
also we don't have this already this hazardous waste management. It has
Hmm.
components. We have to
Hmm.
go a long way in this now.
Yeah.
You had answered me one more question. When you ask people to segregate,
Yeah.
how many segregations you do? So they
Yeah.
suppose if I tell them hazardous waste different, sanitary
Waste.
waste different, then it becomes four segregation:
Yeah.
compostable, recyclable, hazardous,
Yeah.
what you call hazardous waste? What you call it?
Domestic hazardous waste generally.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
what we call, okay.
Yeah.
And the fourth one, what you call this sanitary waste management.
Yeah.
And we have been having problem day one. We went and saw some corporation. I'll tell you some problems. Corporation
Hmm.
toilets,
Hmm.
and the toilets and all the sanitary napkin. What they do, the
Hmm.
women dump it in the toilet, and then the water gets blocked actually.
Locked and all. Huh.
Um, and the poor person who goes to clean the sewer, he dies. About
Yeah.
yeah. So all these problems. One problem. it generates another problem. This kind of, but I want to tell you that we have 100% total success stories in many parts,
Okay.
particularly residential localities, and but working with the government and all,
Yeah.
certain things I can't tell you in a video, recorded video.
Yeah.
Certain things beyond our reach. We
Yeah.
are
Yeah.
we are so proud. We are born in the country where Mahatma Gandhi was born. We are
Yeah.
Gandhians, and we
Yeah.
want to remain clean. We don't not only we don't take bribe, we don't want also give bribe. So
Yeah.
because giving bribe is better than taking bribe. So all these is a Western garbage or so-called sanitary waste management is all
Yeah.
there in the system. So and I'll tell you one more thing regarding this hazardous waste, the industries and all.
Hmm.
We're having a lot of problems. So we started recently pollution prevention roundtable in one of the E-road town,
Yeah.
where all the stakeholders come and sort out and reduce it. Though they
Okay.
can't make it zero, they can reduce it.
Reduce it. Okay.
And
So is
so we
this?
are,
Yeah.
so I'll tell you, then you can ask questions. I'll conclude this
Yeah.
telling you we
Yeah.
have 100% solution for municipal solid waste,
Solid waste.
which
Okay.
includes wet and dry. And
Mm-hmm.
these two, absolutely, we are 100%, 100 out of 100. But where we have failed was hazardous waste. Hazardous waste, is a long list of waste, including
Yes.
what you sanitary. We call it medical waste. Of course, sanitary waste is another classification. Then, from my house, if you see that I take what you call insulin every day. So that
Yeah.
way, my wife, she keeps in a bag. She is
Mm-hmm.
accumulated so much actually. But
Yeah.
ultimately, we need to. So,
Yeah.
incineration, the problem we ran into problem was incineration. We are some practical environmentalists. Environment
Mm-hmm.
means we have to see which is larger, bigger problem, smaller problem. May have to allow it.
Yeah.
Incineration of this, the sanitary waste is a smaller problem,
Hmm.
but there are objections for setting up what you call incinerators. Incinerators,
Okay.
there are objections because it's converting
Yeah.
hazardous waste into
Hazardous.
air
Yeah.
pollution.
Yeah. Yeah.
So,
That's
you have any answer for that?
no. Actually, not yet. People are saying that okay, incinerator is the best option for at least menstrual waste and COVID waste and diapers, because it has those kind of bacteria and bodily fluids, and it cannot be handled by the waste handlers also. So incinerator must be the best option. But at the same time, there are emissions which are happening. It emits a lot of harmful gases and everything. So there has been a model where Dara Shah, well, like one of the expert from Bhubaneswar, they were saying that we are still trying to research and develop a model where we can use these emitted gases again into the incinerator process. Rather than letting it out into the atmosphere, we'll use it again into the product itself. Under
No,
incineration.
now there are
Yeah.
this emission. There are top class filters have come.
Huh.
You can't get reach zero emission of air,
Yeah.
but you can
Absolutely.
reduce it considerably. What
Hmm.
I'm telling you, you can't create utopia, but we can go near to it.
Reduce at least. Yeah.
We can go near that.
Yeah.
That's all possible. But the kind is, I'll tell you about me. I'm 78 now,
Yeah.
but I'm an incurable optimist with undying, unquenchable, unshakable, unstoppable optimism. I'm a chronic optimist. I don't
Hmm.
see walls, only doors.
Yeah.
So I am hoping one day that governments. I'll tell you some more problems we have in handling waste. They talk about sanitary segregation and all. Many elected people say, "We are here. Who are you to do those things?"
Hmm. Hmm.
They
Hmm.
feel it. They think probably I will contest a councillor next
Yeah.
election. Okay, okay. I'm telling you all frankly, these are the problems we face.
Yeah.
What I would suggest, I got a solid waste management Exnora Facebook group.
Okay.
Facebook group.
Hmm.
In
Hmm.
that, first, you can make a request, all of you can
Yeah.
ask the people who are involved in Bhubaneswar and
Hmm.
other places.
Hmm.
I included some very top experts in that.
Okay.
So still, this garbage we are able to gather, accumulate, but knowledge is not accumulated.
Yeah.
If people, same area, people with knowledge are there, we don't know about it. The
Yes.
Exnora main strength was we found our own hidden strength
Yeah.
actually. On road, for example, they wanted to do horticulture, and we found two women there. They have degree in MSc horticulture.
Yes.
There are so we tap their knowledge or something. So what we have to do,
Hmm.
maybe this one you can involve us, even Bhubaneswar or any place.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't mean we'll come. We will train those people through webinars. We can train them.
Yes.
See,
Yes.
what we can do, we can motivate. We have
Yes.
achieved more than 40,000 houses zero waste. The zero
Okay.
waste means it includes also liquid waste. We achieved
Okay.
it. So probably the best way is to start the people who suppose the smart city program you start in a locality. Let
Hmm.
us spread it, go to schools and tell the children.
Yes.
Children also you can get them through this what you call webinar,
Yeah.
and children can be asked to do convert. We'll have a competition for them.
Hmm.
And what happens? The beautiful thing about Exnora and I found in Exnora was,
Hmm.
there's one Triplicane area people used to urinate on the road.
Yeah.
What I tell you about 20, 30, 32 years back. So what we did, we cleaned it and put some Jesus, Lord Ganesh and
Hmm.
mask, and we created a garden.
Yeah.
And then people stopped. Then we did for one road. Our 80 roads copied it. So what I'm telling you exactly, create a model. Suppose one home they do it well,
Yeah. Yeah.
then other homes follow.
Follow.
Models, a models. But
Yeah.
they can. I'm mostly smart city. One thing we should make it compulsory.
Yeah.
We have very simple way of composting. Actually, the major problem is what
Hmm.
you call the wet waste. This
Yeah.
wet waste were easy. We found an easy way. So
Yeah.
today people are in auto vending age machine. So they want put to garbage get. It's not like that. But we have done some easier method. See, for that you don't need to buy again. Some uh, gadgets and all. It's very simple. You have two earthen parts. We found out. We are
Hmm.
simplifying without. It's not be spending.
Hmm.
Spending means you are buying and again pollution. So
Yes.
instead, we have simplified kitchen waste. See, about Pareto principle, 80-20. 80-20
Okay.
means if you 20% if you look at it, the
Hmm.
solution for 80%.
Okay.
So we address this kitchen waste, paper and all in some areas. People do domestic and then one person comes and collect all the paper. Plastic he
Hmm.
collects it.
Hmm.
So totally, if you look at the whole thing, today it is uh, we have to go a long. We see the light and another tunnel, but we are not yet to able to complete. And uh, some people play spoil sport, and I feel good. You are taken up within the hazardous waste.
Hmm.
Now
Hmm.
e-waste collection in Chennai.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
far, about 18 or 20 movements came,
Okay.
and I don't think anything is still functioning. At some
Okay.
time they give up because they see they lose the motivation because what they do from within their they do it well, but when the next stage it
Hmm.
fails. When it fails, they lose. So what I think it's good we had a talk. At least we made an introspection and found where are we. So
Absolutely.
any
Yeah.
questions you want? I think this is a
Yeah,
nutshell.
I would like to know more about you said the 40,000 households that you have converted into zero waste. So what kind of waste and what was this model actually like of converting them into zero waste and where are these houses
Okay,
especially? Yeah.
I'll tell you. Essentially, today,
Yeah.
this is something psychology. Today, people are not. You and me are not the people who were there during Gandhian era. See,
Yeah.
Gandhian era, people were ready to go to jail or live life. Today, people don't want to, miss even what you call a TV serials. Okay,
Yes. Yes.
and to put it in English, right? What is in it for me, and
Hmm.
what is in it for the planet? They don't bother.
Yeah. Yeah.
What is in it for me? So what we did, all our ideas designed taking this idea kindly.
Hmm.
I think it must be my daughter says. I tell
Hmm.
you,
Hmm.
unless you satisfy what is in it for me,
Hmm.
whoever it may be, we don't have Gandhian, and I'm
Yeah.
not a Gandhian. I'm a part-time Gandhian. Okay, 1 minute Gandhi. But what I'm telling you, this idea, one lady asked me in a flat complex. I
Hmm.
told do source segregation. She
Hmm.
immediately was very angry.
Hmm.
She like an opposition. What do I do with it? I said you can compost it.
Hmm.
Then she said, what I will do the compost. Then I
Hmm.
said, you can grow plant. Where I will grow? I said, you can do it on terrace. And
Yeah.
then she asked, where will I go for water? I said, when this what? This is my golden quote.
Yeah.
If there's water available for you in your home, there is always water available for plants. Okay, because
Yeah.
your water in your wash basin, you are connected to a bucket actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
and all our when you wash rice and vegetable grey water,
Yeah.
plants love it more than chlorinated drinking water of the local
Yes. Yes.
local government.
Yeah.
So then I told her you can grow vegetables.
Hmm.
She only question she asked me what I will do with vegetables. I
Hmm.
think this anecdote explains you very well.
Hmm.
Today people will not do unless there is something for them,
Yeah.
or at least for the children. So one
Yeah.
of the things I took up climate change and all. I told you, a child grows,
Hmm.
the planet will not be. That's how we motivate them. We blackmail them.
Yeah. Yeah.
But now, so if the same thing, what is it for me? If you
Hmm.
ask me, for every waste, for every idea, anything we make to motivate people,
Hmm.
this particular concept will be there,
Hmm.
built in actually,
Yeah. Yeah.
built in. And politician says what is in it for. Suppose I tell you cooperate, I cooperate with you. What is in it for me? You'll ask me, the local councillor.
Hmm.
If I tell the whole scheme will be named after you, that's all. He's finished. Okay,
Hmm.
he's happy. Then we create his councillor, Mr. So and so scheme. He's so
Hmm.
happy. He doesn't do anything. And he takes our name. We don't bother about he's taking the name for the work we do, but we are happy. The project, we are not self-centric. We are social centric. So
Yeah.
we are happy. This. I'll tell you one thing. My advice to you: it's not at all about handling waste. It's about handling people who handle waste. It's
Yeah.
not handling waste. It's about handling people. Who are the people who handle waste? As
Hmm.
you rightly chosen, the domestic house.
Yeah.
Okay. Then the
Yeah.
sanitary worker, very poor.
Hmm.
This case was filed by us in the High Court. People are sending humans to gutters to clear that
Hmm.
cloths,
Hmm.
and
Hmm.
an
Hmm.
American sent to moon. So it is very ridiculous. So we filed, and I'm one of the High Court appointed member. We are not still able to stop
Hmm.
people being sent. At this age,
Hmm.
the human aspect is there. We can't exploit human beings. We fashionably say apartheid in South Africa, America. We practice in our country,
Yeah.
and I am very kind of very progressive thinker. So
Hmm.
my idea to you is that uh, this should be the most important thing. I told you first people
Hmm.
and institutions, the students or teachers and all industries workers, and then the sanitary workers. Then most important the bureaucrats and the elected representative.
Hmm.
So you need to handle these four sets of people if we need to realize success in this and four sets.
Yeah.
So in this, if you look at it, we have an approach. First, we started parents, then pupils, then politician. Because
Hmm.
politician comes last. When all of them join together, politician must because these people are those who might vote for him or who might not vote for him.
Yeah.
So I think it's again psychology. See, I
Yeah.
want to tell you, it's all most 99.99 psychology, 1% tech, 0.1 technology. What do you think you need to do composting? Nature does it.
Hmm.
What you and me do, nature does it. You're a
Yeah.
big bacteria, another big bacteria, and all they do that. So
True.
this is so this I got a my shared experience of me and hundreds of my colleagues, comrades. We
Hmm.
have very rich experience. We have down to earth experience,
Hmm.
and we have chosen temple because temple
Hmm.
again. What is in it for me? I
Hmm.
want to tell you. For temple, people go to worship because they expect something with God. So we
Yeah.
have cleverly included this in that. We said the best service to God is first not to commit nuisance or litter here. Number
Yeah.
two is called Odavara. So
Okay.
what they do, we before you go to worship, some temples people do that. They clean the temple around the area and
Hmm.
say this is the best way you worship God, and then go wash your hands and legs and go and worship God. So
Hmm.
we combine everywhere what is in it for even temple. So today topic can be what is in it for me.
For me. Okay.
So you have to find. You have to find. You can tell me now
Hmm.
what is in it for me in sanitary. You tell me now. I told you the rational. I think you're all very
Yeah.
happy. You are my same level of knowledge, understanding. Tell me what we can tell them. What is in it for me to segregate sanitary waste. First, you tell me.
I think like major it will go about the health impacts, as you said. I mean, regarding their family, their children, and their particular way where they are increasing the sanitary waste. So it will go about the like amount of sanitary waste being piled up, and the plastic doesn't degrade, and like it will affect the environment and the health impacts, and will adversely affect their children in future, of course. So one is that. The second might be we'll have to develop a kind of model where they will get, I mean, they'll get some kind of incentives if we we do it for electricity, like changing it to the grid, no? So those kind of models where the producers or even the residents are getting some benefits from it, from recycling that waste or reusing. So of course, regarding menstrual pads and diapers, we cannot recycle or reuse, but other sanitary waste can be recycled and reused, like maybe the tissues or something. So that can be one thing where they are also benefiting from it. So both of these are going on. Regarding producers, we have thought of certain things like blades, razors, or syringes, needles. This metal kind of thing can be autoclaved and can be taken back from the produce by the producers, and can be reused because that is metal. They can they can anyway melt it and reuse it again, or after autoclaving anyway it becomes antibacterial, I mean it is cleaned and sterilized. So that can be like a kind of model for the EPRs, the extended producers responsibility, or the producers kind of a thing. So
No, your points are well taken, but
yeah,
it's positive. I think is very good,
yeah,
but we have to link these various. The
yeah,
people, the house should get motivation,
yes,
and today people are very self-centric. So
hmm.
that's why what we did. One secret I want to tell you, that this one what we have been successful.
Hmm.
We they said catch them young. We go to schools,
Hmm.
tell children. This is what smart city. If you want to be successful, you
Hmm.
have to catch children. If you want, we'll any school you select, we'll give a talk to children. We'll motivate them.
Hmm.
That you can record it and give it to other schools. So
Hmm.
children, because any town, Bhubaneswar or Coimbatore, what other city is it? Third city,
Yeah, Trivandrum.
Trivandrum.
Yeah.
So all the three cities. See, Kerala, we have been advising Kerala government gave us house and all, and
Okay.
really is supposed to be best for hygiene, hygiene,
Yeah, yeah.
hygiene. But it's all we only give an idea to government. This self-help group and this self-help who are not getting job. The
Hmm.
other side is what you call the waste management. The two waste is a problem, unemployment is a problem. So we combined both. That's how the Kudumbashree came. And when
Kudumbashree. Yeah, yeah,
we
yeah.
went
Huh.
there and we did it. So
Okay.
one idea I want to tell you is waste collectors.
Hmm.
We should start from other end. Waste collectors should be sensitized about
Hmm.
handling this waste,
Hmm.
and they should refuse to take it.
Okay.
Refuse to take it.
Okay.
But there's no other way.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Gandhiji is a satyagraha.
Hmm.
What is satyagraha? I suggest you is you have to start from both ends. This is a motivation end. That
Hmm.
side is a negative. But negative means you will just look at it. You will have a small instrument to see what. Suppose he sees a medical waste and all, sorry, I can't take it. So you
Yeah.
can start from other way, and they will get scared really because and they have to deal with the waste. This is the best
Yeah.
way you can little but that's the right way. But there's not, but you can't for that make that fellow a scapegoat. A poor
Hmm.
person. He has come to that job and the exploitation of man by man.
Yeah, yeah.
So the point is then I ask you, okay, we motivate people.
Hmm.
Then what is the government? Because you are talking about three smart cities.
Hmm.
I know you are yet to start or yet to make a headway. That's why we are very clear about it. I'm very happy. At least
Yeah.
you and me are talking. This will produce a synergy, surely.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
But what I want to ask you, next stage we have to think about it. I told you that the worker himself level we can block it.
Hmm.
That's one possibility. But how you would should we again ask him to we give them gloves, we give them mask and all.
Hmm.
They feel uncomfortable. They
Yeah.
feel we have enough humidity. We don't want all this. We are difficult to do work. They don't want to wear even shoes, footwear.
Yeah.
Okay, but
Hmm.
this is the kind of people. But anyway, God has blessed them long life.
Yeah.
My point is that this has to be worked, because I tell you honestly, I'll be very frank with you. So far, I never applied my mind towards sanitary waste management. you
Okay.
sensitized to me now. Okay. So that way you are sown a seed. The
Yeah.
seed will grow.
Okay. Sure.
The person who sown the seed can go to sleep, but seed will not sleep. I will now take up with all my next webinar will be
Hmm.
about sanitary waste. I will
Thank
also invite you.
Great. Yeah.
I will
Sure.
call all my what you call my so-called stalwarts, but
Mhm.
I tell you honestly, they have not done anything. Let me
Okay.
be. I can't make a give a all rosy picture, but
Mhm.
point is, the why they didn't do. It's not that they don't want to do.
Don't, but there
What
is
you
no such like confirm like firm solution as such
uh,
yet. Yeah.
and so they say, why should I do this work? And
Yeah.
so this is a larger issue,
Hmm.
and there are the first of all, it's a commissioner, I don't know quote the name. A commissioner came and told about source segregation in a
Hmm.
building. Then people asked,
Hmm.
Mr.
Hmm.
Commissioner, are you doing it at home? Are you doing it at a ribbon building?
Okay.
You are shocked. Ribbon building, they don't do that. So I want to share, maybe the best quote I want to share with you.
Yeah.
Stop preaching, start doing. The world will be less by one crook, at least you and me.
Yeah. Yeah.
Okay, and
Yeah.
people preach, they don't practice. Unless you practice, you should not preach.
Yeah.
So unless people have that conviction, but I'm
Hmm.
very happy with that initiative. But I can be certainly,
Yes.
whenever you want, I'll be available.
Yeah.
Our forte is not this waste or that waste.
Okay.
The
It is
people
entire sanitary.
how
It's
to
like entire
no no
solid
no
waste.
no no how to integrate psychology, how to
Yeah.
integrate people,
Yeah.
how to integrate people, how to make them get involved, how to motivate them.
Yes.
The motivation button
Yeah.
changes from person to person. What motivates you may not motivate me. So
Yeah.
we should know that what motivates A or what motivates B or a group of people. So when we act like that and create models,
Hmm.
let us take one street, some the 40 houses, and
Yeah.
achieve it. Then we take a documentary and showcase it, tell people go and visit, and those
Hmm.
people feel. So best way is another way. Best way is to create a models, and we have got temples of same thing. We have created hundreds of models.
Hmm.
Uh, you tell me anywhere you need us, but we can definitely take part when you address a particular part of waste, people may not be interested because
Yeah.
they say I am buying so much garbage. So
Hmm.
maybe you can make it a package of service to them where
Hmm.
we can give our inputs of because you make it a package. Unless
Hmm.
you make it a package, you only address sanitary waste management because your subject matter.
Hmm.
People are expecting solution for the whole way. They are worried about 98% of other
First
waste.
the waste. Yeah.
So you address the whole issue, but you focus on this sanitary. But if you address the whole, unless you address the whole issue, still you may
Hmm.
not find because we are again segregating even the people. So I
Yeah.
think we can. Any question you want to ask, you can ask me. I think I told you
Yeah.
my experience and all.
Sure. Sure.
My flat, we don't contribute any waste, and many people don't contribute even. And many people, we call it cycling or pre-cycling. We don't allow any hazardous waste to come into the house.
Okay.
Like a mosquito cannot enter house. We
Hmm.
stop it. So why you have a problem, then we get worried about it. And we
Hmm.
have a created state of toilets and all,
Yeah.
um, and all those things. This all we can introduce. When you go to a smart city, we have Joylet.
Hmm.
Joylet means it will have a carom board, books. We have
Okay.
toilet, Toilet. So
Okay.
the same word toilet, we created 24 category. Word is toilet.
Hmm.
Using that word, we created 24 kinds of toilets. And
Okay.
then toilet,
Yeah.
toilet means they will give them money through Rotary and they will give their labor. So
Hmm.
all these ideas are working wonders.
Okay.
Uh, Everything, whether even in the house when you want child to cooperate, psychology, whether
Yeah.
you want anything, psychology comes first, then comes to the
Yeah.
other waste management.
Yeah. Yeah. So when you were saying no that there were initially there were 3,000 units and now there are 400 units, I think in Chennai. So what are these units? I mean, was it a technology or was it a particular? I mean, for
No,
waste disposal? Yeah.
no, this is called, what we did originally, we had Civic Exmora,
Hmm.
people had Residence Welfare Association.
Yes.
It's a competition. Then I thought, we say, I always say, for Hindu, Muslim, Christians, one is not enemy. another globally, locally mosquito and corona. So, so the point was that we need to welfare of civic is a very competition. So what we did, we made even today. I suggest you first thing you should start from the people. So residence
Yes.
welfare association can be started.
Okay.
We do free capacity building for them, and
Okay.
so what they need to do, they need to pay only 100 rupees, 100 rupees subscription per year. They get affiliation. We have experts even from IIT, MIT, any knowledge, we give them answers, and we give them more than anything else motivation. And incidentally, this Gujarati on paper, Chitralega called me South India Gandhi, okay? And I was given award on the Akshardham temple was opened 1991 by Pramukh Swamiji, South India Gandhi. But I told them, don't talk loudly, someone will kill me. Okay. Now, what I want to tell you, I am available. And I told you I survived Corona. I will live 100 years, 150 years. Okay. I will have the same enthusiasm, same speed, same vigor, same dynamism. So what you do, Residence Welfare Association, we had, and we merged them. What we call this RWA Civic Explorer. Now we have 400 RWA Civic Explorer. Now I'll tell you, there are 4,000 welfare associations waiting in Tamil Nadu to join us. We are not allowed them entry because we are reformatting a whole organization which is ready, going to be ready in 1 month time. Once it's ready, we give them roles for goals. I'll tell you a small example. There's one, suppose welfare association is there, there will be a president, secretary, treasurer, there's a committee member. What are committee members? I say, come on, what is a committee member? So what we did, we put a director for safety, one director for hygiene, one director for health, one director for environment, one director for serving humanity. So what happened? We call it roles for goals. See, this is all very important. Again, I'm going back to psychology. Each one is given a designation. We put a standby, a deputy director. Because director fails, that you can do that. So this Residence for Association, Civic Exnora, now we still shortened it. We call it RWA Exnora. They're affiliated 400 organization. Next time when you call me in March or April, we'll have 4,000 surely. Because they're all waiting. The application is waiting. We are not able to approve it because we don't want to begin on a wrong direction and reverse it. So we are giving a foolproof. And again, there's a capacity. Already people, experienced people are there with the community. Maybe more knowledgeable persons are there in the community. And the safety means the fire officer living there. Tree planting forest officer, forest ranger is living in the same street. And we don't know that. We don't know our own knowledge and talent. So Civic Extra, they pool it. And mostly what we do, we put a chairman. The chairman will be the VVEP of the area. So, you had a Charu Hasan, Kamal Hasan, Mani Ratnam, actress Manorama. All these people are president, Devayani. For the respective road, they were leaders. So, and once in a month or 2 months, they will also come and address the meeting. And then we have one person. The president will be mostly just retired, not very old like me, 60, 62, 65 president. And secretary, young person, dynamic person. Treasurer, mostly a BCom or chartered accountant or treasurer. And then we have all the roles, safety, and almost we have aptitude test. Somebody talks too much about safety, put him safety director. Then we call it hygiene, my gene, safety, lofty, environment, entitlement, and all these jargons are given, and people, this. I told you the whole mechanism. I think you must find it. And now what I will do, because thanks to you, I will put the deputy director one for sanitary waste management. I'll do that. At least the 400 roads, let them. You give me the some PowerPoint or something, send it how they will handle the sanitary waste management. Whatever experience you have, you share it with me. Then I will share it with them. Maybe another time I will share our best practice. I forgot one word. The best way. So Explora was chosen in 1993. UNCHS for the best practice award. I went to Turkey and received the award. Best practice award. Best way to spread an idea and give another tip is make people ask them each one is a practice, which is the best practice you are going to recognize. So best practice is recognized, best practice is documented, you videograph it, and social media and print and visual media give publicity. As I told you, models. Model. So model we have to create, and And I told you, the people, I want to use one more word. How Gandhiji got freedom was British had arms ammunition. Gandhiji had people capital or human capital or social capital, whatever you call it. This is more powerful. It's
Yeah.
more powerful, and you have to somehow see they stay united. That's all, and
Yeah.
motivate them. Motivate them.
Yeah.
And motivation can move mountains. So you have to do that. Keep doing it. So what we do next one is to keep motivating people. That's all. I think you would have seen my talk now.
Yeah.
Motivation
Yeah.
is
Yeah.
that's the point.
Yes. Yes. Sure.
So I told you about it's called organizational uh, structure. The
Structure.
organization need institutional
Yeah.
mechanism.
Yeah.
There's government institution and NGO. We don't call it NGO. We want some avoid for what you call not-for-profit organization.
Profit
The word
organization.
we
Yes.
use it, and
Yeah.
this all community-based. We call it CBO, not NGO.
CBOs. Huh.
Community-based
Yes.
organization. We
Yeah.
have slum awesome, slum awesome. In slums
Okay.
also we have very good slum models, and
Hmm.
everywhere I found one thing. I want to tell this again. A very
Hmm.
important I learned was many things we presume they know it, they don't know it.
Uh-huh.
So
Acha.
the question we should ask ourselves: did we
Hmm.
tell them? Did we
Okay.
tell them in a manner and method which will make them to agree to what we say? Did we
Okay.
guide them? Did we empathize with them? Did
Yes.
we make them to empathize, from our angle?
Hmm.
And all these questions we ask ourselves. Once you are ready to answer and go there, he is with you the next moment.
Yes.
And if you don't do this preparation, and you communicate in a language which, long ago I read Dale Carnegie said,
Hmm.
walk with a man for a few minutes, then he will walk with you lifelong. Listen to him for 3 minutes, then he will listen to you 1 hour. But
Yeah.
we won't listen. Okay. Okay.
Yeah.
I think I told you, you can call it what is in it for me. And there's more psychology. In bank also as manager, and bank, Reserve Bank, and VPC gave me an award. So in
Hmm.
that meeting, I told banking is not handling cash, handling people who handle cash.
Yeah.
Again, I tell you the same. So I'm very clear with my approach.
Yes. Yes.
Because unless you have robotics and so as long as the humans, it's essentially psychology.
Yes, 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 sure. Yeah, that is a very important point. I mean, understanding their psychology and to make them give them benefits, then only people will like participate that actively.
And
Actually,
one more anecdote I want to share with you.
yeah.
Uh, I never do. I'll tell you. You called me because I'm doing all this. Actually, I never do anything. Uh,
Okay.
what I do is I get it done. I
Hmm.
don't do. I get it done. So somebody comes the problem, I give the solution. Go and do it. That's all. See,
Okay.
why I'll tell you. Long ago, we are all very crazy. Once 30 years ago, all
Hmm.
educated people go in the car and scooter, go to a place. We go with
Hmm.
a broomstick and clean. And we thought we are going to motivate those people. One day, one slum, we went and cleaning. One man asked us. He called me. I thought, come on, enroll Mr. Nirmal, my name.
Hmm.
You know what he asked me? Mr. Nirmal, will you come also next week? Then I understood. If I
Yeah.
keep doing that, I'll be his servant. He will be watching jolly well.
Yeah.
So unless I make him do, so
Yeah.
it's making others do. Your job itself,
Yes.
not doing, making others doing is
Others do it. Yeah.
you are doing. It is not you are doing. So I am giving you all because it will all help you lifelong. This idea because it's not my experience alone. I have excellent people around me who are all
Hmm.
selfless, and they are very, very, very broad-minded, broader
Yeah.
than the world. So they are. I'll introduce you one by one all these people, and
Sure.
you
Sure.
can also interview them. And
Yeah, surely. I
maybe
mean, I also wanted to ask if, I mean, if you can recommend somebody from Coimbatore specifically or Bhubaneswar or Trivandrum, whom we can again, I mean, we can contact also.
okay, but all these people, Coimbatore, I can give you,
Yeah.
and Trivandrum and all. You see, everywhere I can give you some names, but
Hmm.
Trivandrum I can give a name. But these people, you have to go a long way.
Yes.
See, unless unless you have done it,
Hmm.
if you talk, but they can tell you what system prevailing. That's all they can give you.
Yes. Yes.
But they are not practicing it.
Okay.
So we and wife is a doctor, so director of medical college.
Hmm.
We took in a vow long ago.
Hmm.
Don't make others do something unless you do it yourself.
Yes.
So we don't want what we don't want others to do it.
Hmm.
So we have become perfect. I think nearly perfect. I mean, at least to our conscience, but we don't know others only should certify us. So we'll recommend you, and wherever you want, I can introduce my team of people. And Coimbatore, Coimbatore, I'll get you in about 2 days' time. Okay.
Sure. No issue. No issue.
You know what happened? One person was there.
Hmm.
He was very good actually, and suddenly he got interested in hospital waste management.
Okay.
And what happened? You know, your interest is divided, and he started hospital waste management.
Okay.
And what happened was a politician came, hijacked, and he ran into this a big problem, and we lost him actually.
Oh, acha.
And Exnora lost his service, and he also lost his hospital waste management. And so these are kind of very all failure stories, but success stories are there hundreds of.
Yeah.
You know, we have rejuvenated garbage dump yards, and there are a lot of success stories.
Okay. So, is there anything? I mean, any documented part where?
No, all I can share with my videos and all.
Yeah.
I'll give you, and documented part video I'll share with you.
Yeah.
But you know, these videos will give answer for total waste management. It's not. It will not address.
It's not only for sanitary waste.
Sanitary waste management, I tell you.
Yeah.
But for you know, I'll be honest with you. I can't claim I'm a doctorate in the garbage.
Yeah.
So yeah, this never occurred to me that a thing called sanitary. We call it as we generalized it. Now I understand our mistake. I must thank you for that. But we'll again, this another segregation is needed. Yes. Because this involves is more the empathizing with the worker, sanitary worker. And, yeah, this is very more important than anything else. I would say that the poor man and and we can't say he's been destined to do that. Then we'll be destined to do this thing next birth. Okay. So any other question? Who is the other person with you?
Vedashri, she had contacted you on call regarding the interview.
How I pronounce your name?
My name? Yeah, my name is Mrunmai.
Full name? What is
Velukar.
Okay. Mrunmai. Because you are, I think people have told you very difficult to read your name.
Yes.
Because I don't think after M, A or E something will come. R comes. R comes. For me, it looks like a Czechoslovakian name or Russian name.
Yeah, I get it. But yeah, it is a bit difficult. Yeah, I have faced this before.
You can give how your dad calls you?
My dad calls me PU.
Huh?
PU.
Thank you, PU. What you do, this part all you censor it when you're recording. Okay. And, where is she? Where is she?
Yes,
they call you Veda, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So you are from now 2-3 persons. Where from you come, Mrunmai?
Yeah, I am from Maharashtra actually.
Okay.
Currently, like my hometown is in Maharashtra, but I'm based in Delhi for Taru.
What about Vedashri?
I am also staying in Mumbai right now, so which is in Maharashtra, and I'm doing work from home and working as an intern with Taru.
Are you like Kamala Harris? Any connection to Tamil Nadu? These people always take credit. We found one Celine Gounder, doctor, advisor to Biden, and we found father was from Erode, the local affinity. Okay. Anyway, very nice. You are all blessings to you, and one day you are welcome.